We're losing customers along the way because the process isn't good enough.
100%, I believe that that is a big hole.
I do all of the selling and kind of project management.
I personally think it's someone on the ground. It's small, consistent bites done over time equals success. There's no other way through it. Essentially, you're looking for a systems CIA. It's a systems thinking person. I think in 3 years, you could potentially 5X.
On this episode, you'll be jumping into one of our blueprint calls. This is one of our 4-week cash builder clients who just spent their first 30 days with us, and we wrap it up with a blueprint session that helps them create the game plan to execute on moving forward. Guys, pause the video, grab a notepad, get a pen, and enjoy this call.
Well, and that's what we're going to cover today. Where are we starting? What's going to have my biggest impact? And then what are my steps moving forward? The most successful people on the planet have figured out the formula. It's small, consistent bites done over time equals success. There's no other way through it. We know where we want to go. Well, let's start moving that needle towards that. That's what our program's about.
The sales system, because if I can have that nailed down, maybe I could hire a salesperson if I have a system for them to work towards, and then that would free me up to work on some of the other things. I do all of the selling and kind of project management. I'd say I'm quite good at it when I'm there meeting the people in person.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I'm not quite so good at would be, say, follow up and hunting down the leads, networking to get more leads, things like that. We're losing customers along the way because the process isn't good enough.
So 100%, I believe that that is a big hole. In my opinion, is not necessarily to replace yourself in sales, but to get yourself an assistant that actually is going to be able to keep this stuff moving and handle some of the back end stuff that you currently are trying to keep up. Project coordination, some administration, some sales assistant help, coordinating with design and making all of that come together. If you can get that system nailed down, then you've got that person, which that could be literally building out the monster sales system to do it really, really well. That could take 6 months. What we have to realize is, where is the biggest chunks of my time spent? How much do you think you could get freed up if you had that assistant, administrative mindset, project coordinator person enrolled?
Like I would say half of the time.
So call it 4 to 5 hours a day. That's 20 hours a week. Every month is 80 plus because it's 4.3 weeks in a month. Mm-hmm. Let's not forget that it's not 4 weeks. It's actually 4.3 weeks in a month. Well, if we had 80 hours a month over 12 months, could we close more deals? Could we generate a whole lot more revenue?
Oh yeah, it would be incredible, I think.
So let's say you could double your current revenue. That pays for that person easily. If I get freed up those hours and they actually do their job for me, I should be able to easily double. Start to build in the systems, hit the things that we talked about, marketing, sales. I want to make sure the money's right. Are we at the right price point and margin already?
We are kind of the highest price in the market. Unless we add more value, I think I would struggle to increase the price. And when I say add more value, unless we really wow them in our sales process, I think we will strike much a higher sales price.
But I remember your margins being good already, so you've got the money right. Now it's about increasing capacity so that the money even gets better, because when we start doing more revenue per month with the similar overhead number, so our net will increase as we outrun and outpace our overhead increase.
I think we can operate more efficiently as well with better systems, and everything is last minute. So if we're able to improve that, our planning and kind of our design to production handover piece, I think we can definitely improve our margins. So what type of person could possibly a remote person again work for this, or would it need to be someone on the ground here?
I personally think it's someone on the ground, because having someone on the ground that's literally with you and in your world day to day, that you're tight with, close with, working with consistently, and they start to understand who you are. They can also run out and pick something up and grab something if need be, so that you don't have to be peeled away to do that every single time, right?
Hey, if you like this video, remember to hit that subscribe button, grab your hammer, and hit the bell so you don't miss any more of these videos.
And what would the job title actually be?
They are coordinating a lot of different logistics for you. And so logistics itself, what are we doing? Running our business is managing a number of logistics of what has to happen. And they're essentially a logistics coordinator. That's in my mindset what it is, but they also have to have skill sets of all this other stuff. Now, in our content, if you go to our 10-step hiring process,
Okay.
right, 3 to 5, you will find a job ad for a system CIA. Essentially, you're looking for a system CIA. It's a systems thinking person. So the job ad's there, the interview questions are there, and the description of kind of what you're looking for in that role. If they can do that, they're going to be able to do everything else, and they're going to be able to learn everything else.
Okay.
That's a place for me that I start. I would not hire someone unless they fulfill those roles. And then you roll them through that 10-step hiring process because you want them to also do the Colby assessment, which will ensure they are the unicorn you're looking for. Now, I think that's a big piece. Again, on the financial side, again, your pricing was good. Your margins are good. You're using JobTread fairly well right now. So when we think of how do we pay for this person, we pay for the person by increasing the number of jobs that we close, deals we close. So more jobs aren't falling through the sales cracks. You're getting freed up so you can now do a better job of project management yourself until you can find the next person for that when you're ready. We also talked about getting paid for your designs.
Yes, we do get paid for designs. It's a small fee. It's euros. It's what we charge for a single bathroom. If there's a second bathroom within the house, it's an additional euros.
From a job costing standpoint, am I profitable on design? At euros, am I covering costs? Am I barely covering costs? Am I just doing it because it's a nice value add and it sets us apart from our competition?
Well, I'd say we're not making money on it. It's an initial barrier to protect our time. People who are serious about the job will go
Happily
ahead.
pay it. Yeah.
No issue paying it. And
Yeah.
it's just enough to stop people who are not serious.
You know, as you are growing, evolving, as you improve client experience, as you change things over time, that might just always be what you do, and that's fine. I think at the end of the day, it's knowing that that's included, that's our barrier. It helps us a little bit protect our time. And as you add people, does it still make sense or not? I just don't want to lose sight of that exists there, right? You also talked about doing kitchens at some point. Is that still kind of a few months out type of goal, or?
Yeah, it's a goal. I don't think I want to push it too much until we have everything really nailed down with regard to our systems and processes. And it's much more competitive here as well. In order to be able to get to the high level customer that we would want to work for, we really need to have it.
We always have 3-year vision, 12-month goals, 90-day plans. My belief is based on where you're at. See, doubling in size currently is based on where you've been in your past. So our future is based on our past. The thing is, what you haven't seen yet is when you shift and you start doing what you're going to do in the next 90 days, you start putting to get this next person in place, you see what becomes possible. I'm going to say that doubling is very possible within 1 to 2 years. I think in 3 years, you could potentially 5x. It's really about actions and consistency of moving the needle and following the system. I know we talked a little bit about time and teams. We've talked about sales and marketing a bit. Again, maybe this new person in place is going to help with some of the marketing side of things that you could do a little bit more, maybe more consistently. What would you pay a project manager out there?
It varies quite a lot. Like if they're on a large construction project, a project manager is on north of $1,000
US, which is very in line with our market here, but you could also pay about for a good project manager.
For the higher numbers, you're talking probably working 60 hours a week for that. You'd be with one of the big construction companies, and You did expect you to work every hour under the sun.
Right.
We're kind of a 40-hour a week kind of a company.
Yeah. What would you expect to pay someone for project management?
Maybe plus.
So the comparison is similar. So for this role, I think you could pay K for this role. Now, here's the thing. I want to give that person, and typically it's a female, because females are more detailed, more focused, more organized. They play that role better. My point is, I want to increase that pay as quickly and as much as I can as they're adding more and more value for me, as they take more and more off my plate. A really good person in that role that is taking care of things like crazy for you has added so much value. They're worth it to me, 100%. But I think I can easily start somebody at that range, or maybe euros range, and get somebody that's really good and wanting to continue to grow with you. So I think, does this help you kind of get flushed out of what your starting points are, what the game plan is here moving forward, how your next steps are going to kind of come into play here?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The first kind of week back in January is our 90-day focus session, which will be your first sort of, deep dive vision creation, goal setting, game planning again. So I would just say, think about what you focus on right now as just the next, month out. And then we're going to come back to, the drawing board here and help, kind of like a much deeper dive together at creating vision, goals, and game plan. Kind of think about the tools and the online content, but leverage the content, right, that's there. Get into that hiring process and building our team, thinking about getting the business ready to hire. There's a ready to hire guide. You're not going to have all of that in place, but I just want you to kind of be thinking about, this is the stuff that I want this person to help me develop too. There's lots of stuff there. And then the most success you're going to get out of the program is as many sessions as you can make. So yeah, it's good. I enjoyed working with you. I think it's awesome. Hopefully you got a lot out of this and that mindset shifted, and we can go to this next level here.
Yeah, content is very good. And
thank you.
It's been good so far, so appreciate it.
Awesome.
So that's what you can expect from a blueprint session if you join us for our 4-week cash builder. Guys, in the description, you'll find a way to book a call with us if this is what you want for yourself.